turn things up.
Look at that.
Close.
Who is going to get that hammer? Who is we going? Fatal blow is available. Had the mic go down.
Could have been it. Could have been it.
Beats it out. And Sonic Fox becomes your Final Kombat Mortal Kombat 11 champion.
It's been 4 years since MK11 was released. Enough time to explore, critique, and enjoy every nook and cranny of the game. Also, enough time to wonder what our heroes have been doing, and when will they get to see a return on the silver screen, so to speak. Kind of like, you know, the Avengers movies, grown to love the characters over the years. Since the release of Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay footage, you know, many content creators have been ranting and raving about how much they love the mechanics and the feel of the new title. Set to release in September this year, but I find myself wondering, what about the gameplay makes me feel like I'm not seeing what they're seeing, or is it simply I feel let down by it? I know I'm not alone in the nerves generated by Mortal Kombat 1, so let's dive into exactly why that is, shall we? By no means is this video me complaining for complaining's sake, nor am I writing off the game entirely. It's just me making sense of the disappointment I feel after further analysis of the gameplay and the mechanics recently revealed. So number one, block strings. One of the most powerful things that you can give a fighter in any fighting game is a combo string that is plus on block. This gives the fighter extra frames of recovery, making them unpunishable, even with your fastest attack, which most of the time that's standing one. Now imagine every combo string not only being safe on block, not only being plus on block, but with enough frames of recovery to string another combo after a cameo assist. Holding block for damn near 30 seconds with the amount of hits that you can extend your combos with when it comes to cameos. In the Demon Slayer game, online multiplayer is an absolute scrub fest, where the assist mechanic allows your opponent to constantly string their combos with assists, making up for their recovery frames to continue another string of combos, which you must block for the entire time, lest you be opened up to a full combo yourself. This makes the game extremely frustrating for new players like myself, and it's a constant struggle to take your turn. The skill gap in Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be absolutely ridiculous. When the game releases in September, you're going to have to learn every string of your opponent's main, all the cameo assist attacks in order to avoid this. If the flawless block mechanic is adopted from MK11, it'll be even more vital when combo strings with assist attacks are implemented into the game. Number 2, freeze frame and oversaturation. You might consider this one a little nitpicking, but in my eyes, this explains why the gameplay looks off. Mortal Kombat 1 has introduced freeze frames into combat in order to add more emphasis on the hits and combos that you are doing, which some people might be a benefit, but this is exactly why I don't play or like Street Fighter and any other games that do this. There's a slight delay on certain attacks, which makes the gameplay look unrefined if you compare it to how smooth MK11 looks. In terms of speed and flow, MK1 kind of slows it down. If we see a steady progression from MK9 to MKX to MK11, then MK1 should have felt even more realistic, but the oversaturation and over-the-top effects makes the game look almost cartoonish. I can't even help to think of how they did the same thing with Street Fighter V to Street Fighter VI. Next is a lack of refinement. I'm not talking about the graphics. The graphics look great. The characters, they look good. I'm talking about the lettering in the bars, in the pause menu, in the command list, the character select screen, the cameo select screen. They look a little like something you would do in word art in 2003. And I don't know if this was an artistic choice, maybe like a retro throwback considering it's MK1, or that maybe the game's still in development, but I hope to God it doesn't release like this. The last one is more of a personal hope. We all love playing video games with our friends, gathering our party and stomping our opponents over multiplayer. And we haven't seen anything from NetherRealm to tell us that there's any co-op multiplayer modes in Mortal Kombat 1. God knows, MK1 tag modes and group battles were the closest we could get to playing with our friends. But I hope in MK1 we have new ways to see our friends and their combos online. Honestly, I'm so excited to see our beloved favorite characters return in a new game with their own brutalities, fatalities, combos, and features in the story. But like many promising adaptations that have come before, I don't know if it's the characters themselves that I'm excited to see or the game that they're in. I'm anxious to see what's to come, as I'm sure we all are. And I wish nothing but the best for the game, and I hope we can all enjoy it as much as we have every other title that's come out before. Catch you on the next one.